Hello guys, my name is Clytomics, and today we'll be playing some Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I have been playing this for a while since I was a child. Recently I would decide to jump back in it, kind of pick up from where I left off. Uh, oh lord, the game's already going to do its thing. Gauntlet Dark Legacy. Gauntlet Dark Legacy is a well, you can see just from the beginning there what it kind of is. Make sure everything's still going well in the recording. Yep, it looks like it. All right. It's a very interesting game. There are multiple different gauntlets, and they're all made by a company called Midway Games. And this one here is Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It started out as an arcade game, early, not new character, early 2000s, very early, late 90s, early 2000s. And the fun part about the game was of how interesting the worlds themselves were, because you had multiple different worlds, multiple different characters. Right here I'm playing the Blue Dwarf. On top of that is you start in realms such as the graveyard here. And the graveyard is really cool. It's your starting area to get you used to the game. Interestingly, there are multiple realms with this game, including dragon, hills, mountains. You can see I'm going through a few of them right here that I've already beat. And we're going to come over here. The way you go about these realms is you actually have to unlock the realms through playing the levels and earning these gems that you'll find throughout the level. So you can beat the level in an entire world, but not get enough gems to play through. Interesting fact about this one, that's the main enemy of this level. Every few levels they give a new main enemy, and you have to go through. It's a very standard hack slash and kill 'em game, where you can gain loot and things like that. Really funny is that you can have you have your main attack here. You don't want to shoot magic, which are these potions here, and then on top of that, you can also do a heavy attack. It's slower, but it does more damage. I usually say it's about the same amount of damage over time that you would get from doing your normal attacks, and then once if you look at my health bar there, you'll actually see that the game itself has the little red bar there that's filling up. Now what that there is it's actually your character's health, character's mega attack, which when it's like this you can sit there and do it. You can sit there and do a smaller one, but once it's full up, I'll show you guys right here. And it's different for each. It's different in different characters. So this here is my main one. It's called Fisher Attack. And here's those coins that I was mentioning a little earlier that you have to gain to unlock the realms. So you get those. With that, you have to. Enemies will keep on spawning until you kill their spawn points, which are marked by different things, like you saw with the beginning of the game. The tree monster jumping out. Oh, I should have probably saved up. Oh. That there is actually the portal out of it, and just because you see it there doesn't mean that we're going to get there anytime soon. It's actually one of those where it's really interesting because it is a maze-based map where there will be sections that lead you nowhere. For example, up here, looks like this isn't leading us anywhere. But there's enemies, and the more enemies you kill, the more experience you can get. Oh, it looks like this is leading us up here. Each character has a different effect when it comes to their potions. Oh, shoot, poison fruit. Each effect, for example, the dwarf's able to turn an item that you get called junk, which gives you money, and turn junk into silver, and when you get high enough level, you get turn gold. Where there's one character that can turn poison food into healing food again. Earlier, a little history about the game. Gauntlet started out with the older generation systems, such as the Atari, Sega, things like that, and was an arcade. Dark Legacy itself was one that did have an arcade cabinet that you could play up to 4 players with, each of them playing their own. A fearsome beast guards the archer's secret form. Over time, it was ported back to the GameCube, and with the GameCube, they added a few new features, gave it the ability to... why am I unable to go up that? There it goes. It is a little buggy, of course. It is an older game from the earlier time, but it's really fun because... even with playing it as long as I have, there are still puzzles like how do you get that black gem there? Well, you have to come over here and find a way to lift that lever, which requires you to go further in the game. A little something that's really interesting, back to the whole story, is when it was ported to the actual consoles, they gave it where that the game itself, instead of giving you randomly generated maps and then a boss, which is how the arcade system would do it, it actually sat there and I thought I was out of that blast rate. It actually gave you the ability to go to the different realms and fight the bosses in a standard way. But when they transferred it to the PlayStation, they added more by actually adding the game where you can find legendary items and things like that to fight against the bosses, and streamlined a few of the different things. Sadly, there has been no updated version, so the best way that you're going to be able to get a hold of this game is either through the PlayStation 2, GameCube, or finding an older Midway Atari Midway arcade game that may have it. But it's definitely, it's not a very it's one of the lower expense games. It has kept value fairly well at around $30 for the game in total still. Of course, the used copies aren't that expensive, but there's that gem that we were talking about earlier was. But it's definitely one of those games where you can have hours upon hours of fun interactions with the different realms and the different areas. On top of that, being able to unlock characters and having special effects. The game itself isn't anything, write home about. As you can see, the graphics are older, but in my opinion, they have aged well compared to a lot of the older games that you would have seen on the GameCube. And in there, you can always tell who the good guy is, who the bad guy is, and I'm being hit by that guy in the corner there, and I'm just far enough away that the AI is a little wacky, and oh, that's nice. But each item here does have a unique effect. The item I just picked up gives medium or a set time of invisibility, so the enemies won't know where or what I am until I've moved it. I don't... a reason I'm not going after that key there is because this game also has it where you can waste items by going through, something that you don't usually see in the older games. Usually a lot of games during this time period had the set, hey, you need this item to go do this, where in this one, you can waste items. You can shoot potions and it will destroy, giving a smaller effect. You can shoot near about anything. Some chests will have bombs in them, like that one there, so you'll waste a key on that. But they give items that give temporary benefits to help avoid that. I've had quite a fun time. Now, this here is a mini boss. It is a few of the bosses that you have to fight to unlock next areas. So not only do you have to get those crystal gems from earlier, each area will have so many worlds, and after the worlds, there will be areas that you need to fight bosses. For example, to get to this world where I am right now, I needed to complete all the worlds previously and get all these gems here. But on top of that, I had to get the crystals themselves and get these little feathers here, which I just got 18 out of 20. Now, this area right here, it's a timed event. Each world has one, or each realm has one. And what it does is it gives you into a small mini game, and your whole point is to try and go through the mini game and gain all the coins in the mini game to unlock new unique characters. And if you're able to, it will allow you to have fun and play them. If you do have more than one player on your team, it does increase the coins and makes it a little bit more chaotic because of having multiple people. Let's see, hopefully I've got it all. And if you aren't careful, you will waste time. Oh, I've missed one. I'm going to have to play through this level again just for that. I probably won't do that during the recording. I'll probably just go up to the boss, go through the levels to the boss. But you get one chance per level. Then you would have to go back through the game itself and play that. But it will unlock a special character for you to play, and each level has a unique one. Well, each realm has one. For example, during the Lich area, which is the first realm that most of you will be in if you haven't played the game and you go to try the game, if you're able to find the hidden mini game, you will also then unlock the playable character Medusa. And all that Medusa does is, it allows you to, have the custom skin. Each character, of course, has their own thing. One of the levels I hate most with those is actually an area called Cloud 9. And for those of you who have played the game and are looking at me going, Cloud 9, what's that? It's a realm where it takes the kind of top-down nature of this game and alters it by changing how the character, or how you have to gain the coins. With that, the coins themselves don't give any other value other than that in the game. They're actually reused assets for the boss coins. When you fight the bosses, they drop specific coins that give money, and those are actually the reused assets of said coins. I believe there is a technical sequel to this game. The Gauntlet title has had multiple games, from Gauntlet to this one here, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, to even a sequel called Gauntlet 2 that follows the main Gauntlet game. Most recently, there's actually been a new Gauntlet that in the series called just Gauntlet, and it wasn't really well claimed. It tried to go back. That there gentleman, he is known as Death. There's actually two versions of Death in this game. One of them just takes about 100 hit points off you. The other one actually is a black variant of him, and he will actually steal an entire level from you. There's actually an item in the game called the Halo that actually will allow you to, instead of him stealing the stuff from you, you will actually get to take it from him. So if you're fighting a Red Death with the Halo, it'll give you 100 hit points. But if you're able to find a Halo and a Black Death, then what you're actually going to get is an entire free level. That's actually something a lot of people will try and abuse, but there's very few and far between with the Black Deaths. And to find a Halo, there's very few areas where you can actually get it. Oh, I shouldn't have wasted that. Ah, darn it. Poison food. So all this loot that we're getting, you can see in the bottom, underneath my name and my right next to my health, there's for the 1350 there is actually, well, now it's 1450 it looks like. Yeah, 1450. At the end of each level, which we're about to get to right there if you can't see, you'll actually be able to spend money, the money you gain in the levels, and buy items such as health to regain, more keys and potions to use. And there we go. And it's really nice. It's always real nice to play this. It's one of my childhood favorites. And even though it's one of the older PlayStation 2 games, you're able to have a lot of fun. It's very nice graphics, even for it being a little older. And it does have quite a fun bit of ability to play with kids. And if you are a sibling yourself, you can sit there and even use it as a way to play with your kids and have a little bit of competition to see who could kill the more enemies or who has the most gold and things like that. Now this here was the shop where I bought. I bought to regain a lot of health because I really don't need anything. But this here is your inventory, and it's very simple. It shows you what bosses you've defeated, which is the giant tapestry there. Then at the very top are the 9 items for the 9 different main bosses. The grayed out ones are ones that I haven't got. The 12 fangs, which unlocks the realm that we're in right now. The 20 of feathers, which is the one that you guys would have just seen me have, which I have 18 of, will unlock the next area. And then the 28 talons, which will actually unlock the final area of the game that will lead up to getting the rest of the 9 items. Then on top of that, it'll show you at the very bottom, you can see the different colored gems. Some of them I've actually fully completed, but those there are the gems that you have to get to actually unlock the different realms. Once you're done with that, you can save, and I'll actually show off some of the characters that have, and show off some of the characters that are just there. For example, with this that I'm playing, as I said, the Blue Dwarf, you can play any character you want as the Blue Dwarf, or as Blue. But what's very funny is if you do want to, like, for example, have a team full of dwarves, you have different color variants, 4 colors, of course, which yellow, green, red, and blue. And each character has that red, yellow, green, and blue, and each character will look a little different. So even the only thing that will stay the same is if you have your character, and for example, you're playing the Blue Dwarf, and level that character up, it will be, when you change colors, all those dwarves will be the same level. It's just a recoloring of your skin. It doesn't change your stats. So if you go to different characters, most of the normal characters, you got your Knight, Sorceress, Jester, and then some characters you can unlock, Minotaur, the Falconess. Some of the characters I've unlocked really fun is the Unicorn, which in my opinion is kind of just a reprint of the Knight here. But you can see that the stats for the Knight are not as good as the stats for the Unicorn. Your stats, you can level them, and they do go up as you level. And some of the other characters I've unlocked, here's the Medusa, the Unicorn, the Minotaur, and I want to say the Falconess are characters that I have unlocked. So, I'm going to keep playing the Blue Dwarf. Oh, nope. It's really fun, and if you guys haven't played it, it's definitely something to look into. And with that, I think I'm going to end it. I've played one level. I probably will make playthroughs of the other levels just so that you guys can have it and have fun. And if you guys find this interesting, I'd give me suggestions for other older games that you would like me to try out and play, and I'd definitely love to try it.